students, let us begin with chapter Magnetism and Matter. Today's video lecture 1 will contain introduction and bar magnet and magnetic dipole moment. Let us begin with introduction for now. In the introduction, we shall have history of magnetism. So, as given in our book, once a fellow called Magnes was herding sheep in Greece. Suddenly, the nails of his shoe and metal tip of the staff means an iron rod or a stick having iron end, gets stuck with a big black colored rock on which he was standing. Due to curiosity, he starts digging up the rock and finds a lodestone beneath it. Now question arises, what is lodestone? As you can see in the image, this is lodestone and it contains magnetite. Magnetite's combination is Fe3O4. So it is naturally existing magnetic material. We also know from ancient times about the directional properties of magnets. To know it in a better way, let us try to have a look at the content now. If we freely suspend a magnet, then it gets aligned along the direction of Earth's magnetic field. Similar to that, if we suspend a magnet on a cork in still water, that too aligns along the direction of Earth's magnetic field. That is, it will point out always in the north-south direction, as you can see here in the images provided. So this is directional property, and during ancient time it was utilized by a Chinese army to defeat the enemies. They constructed a cart in such a way there was a magnetic figure on it which was always pointing towards the south. The figure pointed south always, and that gave the idea to the army about the direction of enemy's arrival, due to which they were able to defeat the army even in the times of thick fog. So the directional property of magnets was very well known during the ancient times. Common ideas regarding magnetism, we shall have some of them to be here now. The Earth behaves as a magnet with a magnetic field pointing approximately from geographic south to geographic north. So you have to note, magnetic field is pointing from south to north. Okay. Here you can see in the screen provided beside the content, you can see that the Earth behaves like a magnet. In this case, the north side is having a geographical north, we call it geographic north, and south is called as geographic south, and the magnetic field can be seen there in this manner. And when we try to place the tiny compasses which you can see here, they try to get themselves aligned along the direction of magnetic field lines. So the lines here shows the magnetic field of Earth. Next, we also know about like poles. That is, if we try to take two magnets, then we try to bring the north and north pole very close to each other, then they will try to repel. So that's why we say to be like poles repel. And next we can also say about unlike poles. If we try to bring unlike poles close, then they will attract, like you can see it on the screen. Magnetic monopoles do not exist. This says that if we try to take a magnet, bar magnet, then we try to break it into smaller pieces. If we break it, then we get many pieces, and those pieces will still have north and south poles. That means if we break a bigger bar magnet, then we will not have north pole separately and south pole separately. They once again will have themselves as north and south pole itself. So monopole in case of magnets do not exist. Further, it is possible to make magnets out of iron alloys. So we know one of them, that is Alnico, which is alloy which behaves like magnet, and you have seen such magnets in your day-to-day life scenarios. Moving ahead, let us now try to study bar magnet and magnetic dipole moment. Bar magnet is the one which is shown here, which has north and south poles. It has two poles, one is north pole and south pole as it is shown here, and then each pole we assume it to have some magnetic pole strength, and we denote it like Qm. So north pole will have plus Qm charge, that is called as magnetic charge. Basically magnet doesn't have charge, but we try to represent it in this manner so that we can relate this as a electric dipole, so that I should be able to relate this magnetic dipole easily with electric dipole. So we are trying to do this one. And south pole has magnetic pole strength of minus Qm. Moving ahead, we also know that the distance of the bar magnet will be taken as 2L in order to have similarities with the concept of electric dipole. So here you can see that a bar magnet will have two poles. Those two poles will have magnetic strength Qm each, and the distance between these two poles is assumed to be 2L, or you can take it as 2L, and that can be called as dipole length. And the unit of pole strength is ampere meter. Moving further, magnetic dipole moment can be written with using this formula. Magnetic dipole moment is the product of pole strength and the distance between the two poles, as we have similarly defined it in the case of electric dipole. If I write the formula for that, I would be getting it like M is equal to 2L into Qm. It is a vector quantity, and in this case magnetic dipole moment is directed from south pole to the north pole, and magnetic dipole moment SI unit is given to be ampere meter square. So you can see that magnetic dipole moment, we have taken it. So here Qm is the strength of either of the pole, and 2L is magnetic length. Further, if we try to figure out its SI unit, we get ampere meter into meter, that comes out to be ampere meter square, or you can also write it as joule per Tesla. This is also an alternate unit for the SI unit of magnetic dipole moment. Thank you, students. We'll meet you in the next video lecture.